When I was in high school, thinking 16, maybe 15, I started going to see bands in Seattle like pretty much every weekend. That's the way I remember it. Friday nights, Saturday nights, and Sunday matinees at the OK Hotel. I saw so many bands at that place. Oh my God. 7 Year Bitch, Hammerbox, Tree People, No Means No. I saw Nirvana there. The Fluid. Green Day played there. I remember seeing the name Green Day on the scheduled calendar thing of upcoming shows and just thinking, this sounds like an environmental band. I don't know about that. I thought they'd be some hippie band or something that I wouldn't be into. And then they opened for Bad Religion at the Moore, and they stole that show, and I was an instant fan. They even mentioned during their set that this was the first time they'd played Seattle and not played the OK Hotel. It made my heart glow. They were on their trajectory, and this was right when they were blowing up huge. I saw the Gits at OK Hotel, one of my favorite bands at that time. I remember seeing Mia Zapata sitting in the cafe before the show and just being starstruck. I was like a 17-year-old kid, you know? She was like a fucking star. She is a star. Rest in peace, Mia Zapata. I don't want to recount any of the details of that, but that was a very, very rough time for the Seattle scene when she was killed. Those who know, know. Those that don't, go Google it. The Gits have brand new things out on Sub Hop, like reissued things that support the other members of that band. Please go to subpop.com and check that out. Mia Zapata is a very powerful force. If you haven't heard the Gits and you like punk rock, check out the Gits. You can thank me later. That was a dark time, and everyone felt it. All right, let's get this back up. I saw Nirvana at the OK Hotel. It was the first time they ever played Smells Like Teen Spirit. You can go Google it. Almost missed that one, too, because my friend Gino's truck broke down. Their album Bleach was out, but Nevermind hadn't been released yet. I just gotta say real quick that I am extremely grateful that, I grew up in the kind of like the culturalist suburbs. I'm an artist. I view things this way. It is such a godsend that Seattle was so close to where I grew up, you know, that I had that refuge. Nirvana at the OK Hotel, they had a buzz about them, but it was strange. The whole scene did. Those guys in particular, though, I would hear stories about Kurt Cobain all the time at different shows. People would just talk about his antics. So many different bands. I did my first stage dive at a Hammerbox show. The Hammerbox was one of my favorite fucking bands. Sweaty Nipples. It sold out, and we were chilling out in front, and the bassist was out there and let us go in the back, and we got to walk out during their live show. It was fucking that goddamn dude, that stuck with me for a long time, up till now, right? Deeper dive, since I've probably lost everybody by now with this. There was a series called Pain in the Grass at the Seattle Center at the Mural Amphitheater right underneath the Space Needle, and Sweaty Nipples played there and smoked weed on stage, and I remember just being blown away because it was just such a huge fest, and it was filmed, and I was like, these guys are getting away with smoking weed on stage? As a note on that, at that time, weed was like highly illegal. It was like the most criminalized substance. Anyway, I don't want to get too far into the weeds about Seattle bands, you know. But I saw a lot of those shows during that pivotal time where a lot of those bands were taking off, and there were so many amazing Seattle bands that didn't get that certain spotlight or whatever. I'm thinking more like specifically that venue, the OK Hotel. It just feels like a dream now. The memories, they're priceless. It'd be a rainy night. We'd get to the city, this buddy of mine that I always went to shows with, get off on the Seneca exit, down through the city to the waterfront, park in the same pay lot, walk down to the OK Hotel. And sometimes there's a line outside, it's raining, you're like right by the Viaduct, it's industrial, the ocean's right there. You walk in, it's a cafe environment. It's warm, it's inviting, there's a crush of people. People are fucking chattering and talking all over the place. Slowly, you make your way down that hallway in the back into the main venue, and then fills up enough and the first band comes out. That high school that I went to, I had good times there. It's not the worst place and it's not the best place in the world. Just kind of like general, you know, like the people there, the same cliques, you know, jocks, I don't know, nerds, whatever. But like going to shows, it was like the entire room was full of these beautiful weirdos. I look back now and I'm like, oh, I could have just played the game and kind of just excelled in school. I did later on in different educational bullshit, but like, I was just bored of the general thing, you know? These are the same old cliques that everyone has, the jocks, the intellectuals, the fucking nerds, whatever, you know? It's like, dude, this story sucks. Oh, shit, I forgot to mention that I had clinical depression during that time. But things like the energy of punk rock, those shows, skateboarding, making my art, those things kept me here. All right, I don't want to talk shit about high school or whatever. I had enough fun adventures there, but I had to make it fun, you know what I mean? Shouldn't have to do that. That's the lazy side of me. Yeah, you shouldn't have to make it fun. All right, that's enough of this shit, dude. You guys got to be bored to fucking tears. I'm gonna call up Don London, see if he's got anything interesting to say, because. And thank you for fucking listening up till now, everyone. Let's see what Don London's high school experience was like.
What's up?
What's up?
Whoa, perfect timing. I'm just chilling up here proofing up some croissants for tomorrow.
Some croissants? Damn, that word is weird.
Hopefully, this crew can keep their grubby hands off the oven for a little bit, so my croissants can properly proof this time.
Proofing a croissant. Allowing the shaped croissant dough to rise in a warm, humid environment before baking, which activates the yeast and allows the layers of butter to expand, resulting in the characteristic flaky texture of a croissant.
Once you go proofed, you don't ever step back down to unproofed.
Why aren't all of them proofed then?
The Croissant War of 1827.
Doesn't ring a bell.
It's kinda hush-hush. It basically divided France right down the middle. Half is proofed, half non-proofed to this day.
Weird that I've never heard of it.
Brush up on your history, you ignorant American.
I've been trying.
You haven't been trying.
You're right. I just haven't had time to brush up on my history.
Find time.
So weird. Croissant wars, huh?
It's a shame. A lot of stolen valor surrounding that Croissant War.
Really?
The bloodshed. What a massacre.
Yikes.
That's exactly what I said about it.